What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by Lock City. It's Whitey here today. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully everyone's having a good start to the week. We had some entertaining Counter-Strike today, although a lot of it, unfortunately, did not go my way, but that's why we did size down in terms of units. So let's just get into it, talk about what we are looking at here going into the final day of Stage 2 at ESL Pro League. So we got 3 matchups now on the board for tomorrow. Obviously, these 3 teams that are now greened out at the top, Mouse, Vitality, and Furia, they all advanced to the playoffs now. They've gone 3-1. They will meet Team Spirit and Team Falcons in the playoffs. And there are room now for 3 more teams to make it into the playoffs, and all of that will be decided tomorrow. At the same time, we also saw Gentlemates, Inner Circle, and Hotu go home. They are now all 1-3, so they are now all eliminated from the tournament. That leaves 6 teams, obviously, that are now 2-2 that are going to square off against each other tomorrow. And again, the final 3 teams, so the 3 winners from this will make it into the playoffs. The 3 losers are going to go home. So we got Mongols and Na'Vi, going to be a banger. We got FaZe Clan and Aurora, also going to be a banger. And then we got 3D Max and G2. I hope G2 just absolutely blows out 3D Max. And that's going to give us our playoff bracket down below. Obviously tomorrow, once matches have concluded, and actually once they determine playoff seeding, I don't know if that's going to happen tomorrow or the subsequent day, but it's going to have to happen at some point later this week. Then we will hop in and make the new video, obviously in advance of Friday. I think we can scroll up slightly, but I'm pretty sure playoffs, yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we're going to have our quarterfinals on Friday. Our semifinals are going to be on Saturday, and then our grand final best of 5 will take place on Sunday. So hopping over to HLTV, in terms of start times, this is what we are looking like. Obviously, with there only being 3 games, they are staggered accordingly. So we have a 7:30 game, we have a 10:30 game, and we have a 12:30 game. I'm going to be kind of owning in on 2 of these for tomorrow. The G2 and 3D Max, I might hop in live on it. I really just want G2 to win. I hate betting on anything that has 3D Max involvement in it whatsoever. But we'll take a look at that probably live in the Discord tomorrow. For those of you that aren't yet in the Discord, at the bottom of the screen there, discord.gg/LockCity, 100% free. We have a nice community in there, over 3,200 members. We've been doing it for 3+ years. We also have a nice CS2 chat. We have a growing CS2 community that talks about the plays throughout the course of the day. We shoot our plays back and forth to one another and hop in on some cash with each other there. So it's a good time in there. If you're not already in the Discord, highly suggest it. But let's focus in on these 3 games for tomorrow, or really just 2 of them that we're going to take a look at. For those of you that watch the videos regularly, you know that all of the odds that will be discussed in today's video will be on Thunderpick.io, which is one of the top books in the world for esports betting. You can deposit on Thunderpick using crypto, credit card, Apple Pay, Visa Debit, or via their new gift card deposit, which allows you to purchase and deposit a Thunderpick gift card amount directly to your balance. And Thunderpick has lines for all of your favorite esports, including but not limited to CS2, League, Dota, Valorant, Overwatch, COD, Fortnite, Rocket League, and so much more. If you visit tinyurl.com/LockCityTP, you can get a 100% deposit match on your first deposit all the way up to $600 or whatever the equivalent is in your local currency. Any amount that you deposit up to $600 will get immediately matched by Thunderpick for you to be able to use for your esports picks. We've obviously been super profitable on CS2, but with that deposit bonus, you can always try your luck with some of your other favorites with that free money to play with. That's tinyurl.com/LockCityTP for a 100% deposit bonus at Thunderpick up to $600. Alrighty, so on the board for tomorrow, we're going to have 2 singles. This third one over here, you can ignore it. That's going to be for MLB today. I'm going with my Tigers and my Blue Jays. If you care about MLB and want to hop in on that, we have our MLB cheat sheet out for it. But the 2 that we're going to focus on for this video are going to be FaZe Clan and Na'Vi. I'm going with both of them on the money line. This could burn me. I'm going 2 units on each of them. FaZe Clan, this just has to be the perfect story for them. They got Rain back in, they got the 5 going together. I know they don't have Jacob. There's a little bit of tension probably that's occurring behind the scenes there, but nonetheless, I'm taking Aurora to beat FaZe. We can hop into it. We can look at it if we want to here very quickly, but in terms of map pools, obviously Aurora has its advantages in the map pool. Train, I anticipate FaZe is going to ban unless they ban Overpass here because they're just trash at Overpass. Aurora's got a good Overpass, but either way, either Train or Overpass is probably going to be drafted here and fall in the way of Aurora. FaZe is going to have to win Nuke or Mirage, and then whatever the decider is, obviously Ancient's going to get banned by Aurora, so it'll probably be one of either Train or Overpass, and then FaZe is going to pick into Mirage. I imagine imagine we get Nuke or Inferno or Dust 2 as the decider. It could be any of these. Aurora's probably not going to let Nuke end up being the decider, so more likely than not it's going to end up being like a Dust 2 or an Inferno. And then obviously FaZe needs to win 2 out of the 3. I'm expecting fully for Aurora to win a map here. I don't think this is going to be easy, but I'm going to be going with FaZe Clan on the money line. What's probably smarter, what I probably should have done, is wait to see if Aurora does end up winning the first map, then hop in on FaZe. But I'm assuming FaZe is going to get the first map pick. They're going to have map number 1 as their pick here. They're going to pick into Mirage and hopefully start with a 1-0 lead. I'm going to be going with FaZe on the money line. 2 units, going to pay 4.1 units roughly. And the next one that we'll talk about here is going to be Na'Vi on the money line against Mongols. So again, very sketchy, but good reason behind it. Mongols, so Na'Vi's had Mongols number first of all in the head-to-head. If we want to scroll down, wow, this is getting more and more Na'Vi. This was about 50% not that long ago. But if we want to scroll down here, Na'Vi has had Mongols number in the head-to-heads, most recently at IEM Cologne. Na'Vi won 2-0. Obviously, we needed like 3 overtimes on Inferno. And then prior to that at PGL Astana, which again now is going back like 5 months, so not entirely relevant. But again, 2 close maps. These ones back here, I wouldn't look at them. The March ones and February, not going to be relevant, and pretty much same kind of boat as PGL Astana, but I'm going to use that one as a reference point because it is a little bit more recent. But nonetheless, at IEM Cologne, we did see Na'Vi take down Mongols. If we want to look at the map pool, I would say Mongols wins Nuke. I would say Mongols, we're not going to see Overpass, but Mongols would win it. And Mongols probably wins Ancient. We're not going to see Train, which sucks for Na'Vi because Na'Vi has a really good Train. That's Mongols Instaban. Na'Vi's going to have to win Inferno. They're going to have to win Dust 2. Hopefully those 2 get drawn, or they're going to have to upset on a Nuke or a Mirage, which I think is entirely possible. I haven't really liked what we've seen out of Mongols here. I know obviously they didn't do a ton of practice coming into the tournament, which is as expected, at least as of recently with Mongols. They haven't been doing a ton of practice between tournaments. It's been tournament to tournament hopping, and then they took a little bit of a break coming into this one, and it kind of showed. They lost to Hatu, they lost to Inner Circle, found themselves in a 2-0 hole. They had to squeak past Gamer Legion. This Gentlemates match today, one of the maps needed a triple overtime, whereas Na'Vi was able to fly past Hatu today. They did fumble against 3D Max, they fumbled against Falcons, they had a nice win over Aurora. For whatever reason, I'm thinking Na'Vi gets the upset here. I'm going with Na'Vi. I think the books are kind of feeling the same thing. They're a little bit shaky on Mongols right now. We're only getting 2.15. If this was 2 weeks ago, I think this would be at least 3 times on the money line. But given current form, 2.15 times your money, 2 units is going to pay 4.3 units. And those are going to be the 2 plays that I am rocking with preliminarily for tomorrow. Of course, hop into the Discord. We'll have some more picks in there. But like, comment, and subscribe if you like the content that you've been getting here. If you're on YouTube or somewhere where you can subscribe. If not, give us a follow if you're listening on X. Thank y'all for listening, and we'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Peace.